Bonjour tout le monde, bienvenue aujourd'hui pour un let's play de The Outer Worlds. Jeu sorti pour moi il y a 4 jours, mais j'étais au boulot. Et aujourd'hui, on va jouer tranquillement. Ce sera à mon avis rediffusé, en tout cas le premier épisode sera rediffusé très vite. On est quel jour? Mardi. Bon, je pense que mercredi sera bon. Peut-être mardi, je sais pas. Peut-être que je le diffuserai tout de suite après. Je ne sais pas, pour l'instant, on va voir en quelle difficulté on se met. Normal, difficile, supernova. Faut passer au niveau supernova. Les ennemis sont d'une santé plus élevée. Vous devez boire, manger, dormir. Les compagnons peuvent mourir pour de bon. Problème de la capacité de notre guérison en restant alité. Les armes marines fonctionnent très mal, vous pouvez voyager rapidement que vers le vaisseau. Vous pouvez dormir à l'intérieur de votre vaisseau. Faire une sauvegarde manuelle qu'à l'intérieur de votre vaisseau. On va jouer en normal. Sous-titres. On va aussi les sous-titres en cinématique. Voilà, ça devrait être pas trop mal.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity, with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony.
Je vais juste déplacer ma cam quelque part. Hop là. Bon, apparemment ça va partir sur un petit ton d'humour en même temps, parce que j'ai vu des divers trailers.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left to drift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Alors, qu'est-ce qu'on va... Alors... Apparemment, hein, régénération de santé spontanée, mensonge, discrétion, médecine, ingénierie, le charme, persuasion, mensonge, intimidation, piratage, science, ok. Perspicacité, esquive, recherche, ingénierie. Intelligence, persuasion, dextérité.
Rather anemic, but at least you'll fit in. Two left feet, huh? No matter, board outlawed dancing years ago. Someone made a note that you're oblivious to flirtation.
Un bon malus.
You could get away with all sorts of illegal activity.
Donc on a 6 points à mettre. Bien sûr, moi je suis intelligent, on le sait tous.
This one's smarter than my navigation computer.
Dextérité, arme à une main, esquive. Là on part vraiment sur des 22 points. Arme longue, arme lourde, je vois pas. On partirait sur du. On partirait sur du tempérament ou du charme. Intimidation. On partirait bien sur 2 de charme et 1 de tempérament. Comme ça on serait bon. Compétences. 2 points disponibles.
I bet you're vicious with a toss ball stick.
Corps à corps, distance, défense, dialogue, furtivité, technologie et leadership. Capacité de compagnon.
Like barking orders? Good. We're used to being bossed around.
Tâche fermée, d'améliorer vos armes, vos armures. Donc on a armée de main, c'est du cac. Donc ça m'intéresse déjà pas. Les armes distance. La défense. On part aussi sur des spécac, je pense. Dialogue.
I hope we haven't lost that silver tongue to frostbite.
On reste quand même dans l'aspect parlage. Et est-ce qu'on partirait sur leadership pas sur leadership.
Like barking orders? Good. We're used to being bossed around.
Leadership, ça me rend pas du rêve. La technologie me vend un peu plus de rêve.
You wrote that paper on breeding a cystipig with 30% more tumors.
Alors, aptitude.
I'd say your aptitude is
là,
being incredibly lucky.
Alors, détermination plus 1. Agricultrice. Dégâts de rayon M. Ingénierie.
Handle bits for a living, huh?
Pourquoi déjà c'est au féminin là? Oh. Il va falloir changer ça. 0 classe A. Médecine, inspiration. On va monter la persuasion, allez. Sexe. Mâle. Je suis un homme. 6 blanc hétéro. Oh putain. Bon voilà, on n'est pas fini. Qu'est-ce qu'on a comme visage? On ne serait pas chinois. J'ai l'air un petit peu plus blanc. Un peu efféminé comme ça. Il n'y a pas un truc à la sortie. Oh! C'est humain ça? On va se trouver une tête bien dégueulasse. C'est quoi ces têtes? My god! Alors je sais pas, mais les têtes de mecs font très meuf. Je sais pas si c'est moi. Ah d'accord, c'est qu'on peut avoir des femmes à moustache et tout, ok. Oh, il a l'air vénère lui. Il fait un peu penser à Tosh. Allez, on part sur un Blackos. Ah, on est vieux quand même. Allez, pim. On va se mettre sur un A dur tout simple. Hein. Et on va partir là-dessus. On ressemble à rien. C'est tout ce qu'il faut.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Dans l'espace, tu peux te tirer de partout quand tu fais des sauts d'hyperespace. Ah, il est baisé ce déco.
Shit. Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
Il a vraiment un problème avec les boutons. J'espère que ça va pas être un gag récurrent.
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry, I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you.
Bon, je suis un peu déçu d'un truc, c'est qu'il n'y ait pas des voix en française. Oh,
You've landed good.
ça bug un peu. Hein.
Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow.
No.
Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que cette œuvre? Bon, déjà, on va faire un truc. On va augmenter la sensibilité de la souris. C'est pas jouable. passe à 40%.
See where to go.
C'est déjà mieux. Oh, une phase de tuto, chicala. Comment sauter? On est plus sur espace. Comment se baisser? On est plus sur contrôle. Oh, c'est les meilleures phases des jeux, ça. Attends, c'est loin, donc faut courir. Tu ne me vois pas, je suis dans un bouche. Ouais, hop là, tu me vois? Vraiment, t'en as rien à foutre de toute façon. Attends, je suis dans une grotte. J'ai mal à la tête.
You see now, you've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Et lui, par contre, il est au courant que... Ah, ma santé est basse. Maintenant, utilise une potion.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, wow, that stings. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one.
Chic alors.
Hope you don't mind me omitting this little
soigné.
exchange from my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help.
Oh, mon pauvre. C'est quoi Spacer Milfest?
Oh, we're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. Not that I deserve to be. Can't even deliver a company slogan. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters.
Caché dans une grotte et vous avez bloqué la sortie. Vous étiez déjà presque mort.
Spacer's Choice policy clearly stipulates that dead and as good as dead are two completely different properties of matter. Unless I'm dead, I'm contractually obligated to attend to my post. I will report that illegally grounded spacecraft if it is the last thing I do. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh?
Alors, persuasion, donnez-moi votre arme que j'ai un. Mensonge, quelqu'un fait atterrir le vaisseau illégalement. Je vais vous aider à retrouver pour vous. Vous êtes un idiot, donnez-moi votre arme. Avant de vous tuer bêtement. Mensonge.
You'd better take my gun then. Careful, it's worth more to the company than I am. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's Choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
D'accord, c'est bien, je suis content pour toi.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the... This...
Dilatation temporelle tactique. Putain, je sais pas viser. Ta gueule. On va prendre tout ce qu'il y a là. J'ai pas compris ça. Quoi cette histoire de truc là? J'aurais peut-être pu le dire. Quel avait le con? Attendez, j'étais là-haut. Tirer le bête. Arrête pas de l'arbre. Il est là. Donc on a casque, tenue, on n'a rien d'autre. C'est quoi ça? Équipement minier. Compétences en furtivité sur l'équipement. Plus d'armure. Consommable, ta gueule. C'est là. Qu'est-ce qu'on a? Mode. Sérieux.
Hey! Get over here before you get yourself killed.
Qu'est-ce que tu veux, toi?
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators.
C'est
Go
moi,
on,
ça.
that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about. Really? How is he?
Toujours aussi... Comment va-t-il? Toujours aussi idiot. J'espère que vous n'êtes pas... J'espère que vous êtes un peu plus fit.
Of course I am. I'm a superior officer. Stands to reason, don't it? Just you watch. I'll cross these marauders off with a swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, you know, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs, son.
Ah, c'est ça. Je fais gare, là. En plus, je vais faire un défi. Là. À qui appartient le vaisseau? Moi, ta gueule. Je m'en occupe, moi, de ces cons. Deux cons là, un con là. Niveau supérieur! Wouh! Il y a peut-être un autre moyen de les tuer en fufu. Putain. Mais dégage toi la grosse, la amélioration de compétences, oui, bah on verra ça plus tard. Inventaire d'abord. Tac, il y a besoin d'être réparé. C'est les mêmes. Moi, je pourrais changer d'arme. Alors qu'est-ce qu'on va augmenter? Point disponible. Non, je rigole. C'est quoi ça avantage? Palier 1, palier 2, palier 3. Alors qu'est-ce qu'on a? XP. Oh, il y a plein de trucs là-dedans. Alors déjà, On va monter mon ingénierie à 20. Allez, bim. Du coup, on a quoi? Alors, précision. La fonction d'alignement de la visée sur un de l'établi est bien plus précise. On s'en fout. Pas de durabilité des armes, vitesse de sprint, vitesse de marche, dégâts en solitaire. Vous allez recouvrer la santé en passant du temps hors stase. Vous perdez en ami. Ah, l'octo, en fait, c'est la monnaie, ok. C'est des unités d'armes de base qui s'occupent avec n'importe quelle armure portée. Les marchands et les distributeurs vendent des munitions, des consommables. Augmente la capacité de transport. Pour l'instant, on va partir sur du prix de marchand. Hein. Voyageurs. Accepté. Paramètres, commande, assignation des touches.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Smile for my surveillance device, Marauder. I am tracking your every move.
Wesh.
Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
Reçu. Alors, je ne vais pas avoir récupéré quelque chose soit d'illégal. Qu'est-ce que tu vas faire? T'autodétruire? J'aime pas trop quand on parle comme ça.
I have been programmed to communicate with diplomacy and tact. Please allow me to demonstrate. Gesture procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to reject all boarded parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Tu te rends compte que le vaisseau est posé au sol?
You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
C'est quoi ce truc de merde?
This vessel is the registered property of Captain Alex Hawthorne. I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
C'est censé me retrouver à mon arrivée ici. Il est mort, je le
I
regrette.
understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
Tu veux que je sois le capitaine Arthur? Hawthorne.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact.
Oh putain, mais c'est quoi ce truc?
Our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing.
C'est n'importe
The main
quoi.
drive's power regulator has been
L'ordinateur te dit
and must be replaced.
c'est grave. Ils sont graves en jeu. Tiens, ouais, elle doit être remplacée. C'est pareil dans un...
Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new captain's identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Bien sûr.
Thank you. I appreciate your cooperation. Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Apex Transport. Bon, on va visiter un peu le vaisseau quand même.
Due to catastrophic power failure, all doors will remain on security lockdown.
Toutes les portes restent verrouillées. Oh les bâtards.
These are the crew's quarters. Alex preferred to travel alone, but he always had me. I suppose everything on the Unreliable belongs to you now, Captain. Help yourself. No, really.
C'est mal de tomber. Là c'est quoi?
If your equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 work...
On augmente le bricolage, mais il nous faut des couteaux. Démanteler. Ah oui d'accord. Inventaire. Armes. Ceci de... Hop. Là-dedans, ça on a vu que ça s'ouvrira plus tard. Il y a quand même une petite pièce au fond. On peut paniquer le jeu en sautant. Ça doit être un truc d'armure, je suppose.
Want to be a brand new you? Try out.
Machine de reconversion professionnelle.
Our respecification machine. Alex
Je suis
installed
con
it
ce truc
himself
d'armure, on peut faire aussi
right
des armes sur
before
ce
he
truc d'armure.
died.
Voilà quoi.
If you possess a power regulator, please insert the part into the appropriate slot, which is this one.
qu'est-ce qu'il y a sur le dernier étage? D'accord, on tourne sur le quartier, donc c'est un vaisseau assez circulaire, on va dire. Très bien, très bien, très bien. Bon, on va ressortir du coup.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
Vous prenez... Je n'ai pas de travail. Vous vous trompez sur la ligne, je suis inspecteur de la sécurité de vaisseau. Je suis l'inspecteur de sécurité de vaisseau. Les paiements en violence gratuite. Bon.
Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I'd report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Bonne idée. Ça sert à quoi ça? C'est si le vaisseau il est posé dans l'eau, il peut nager? Des débris là, ça m'intéresse ça. Ouais, après on va sur la quête. Récompense pour service rendu à l'entreprise. Un trophée de taille moyenne. Gagné de l'entreprise de toute la galaxie. On va se taper tous les chemins à pied ou... Merde. Bon. Donc déjà on sait que cette arme là c'est de la merde. Je charge où moi du coup? D'accord. Bon apparemment ils ont un petit peu plus de vie que l'autre là parce que... En tout cas beaucoup plus d'attaques. Ils sont pas aux petits flingues de merde. Aïe. Il y a des gens bizarres sur votre planète, les gars. Petit cimetière au calme.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from?
Wesh!
Running around in a marauder's attire. You're liable to give some people the wrong idea.
C'est moi ou t'es cramé sur un côté? J'ai l'impression. Je vous trouve bien sûr de vous. Si ça se trouve, vous faites partie des maraudeurs?
You talk too pretty for a marauder. Most of them just grunt and yell. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls and low prices.
Je me présente, je m'appelle Alex Outer, capitaine de l'imposteur.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Je suis dans un régulateur électrique. Qui dois-je m'adresser?
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
Tout dépend de ce que vous avez à me proposer.
Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
Vous voulez que je prélève ce qui vous est dû?
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Pourquoi Abernathy est un cas à part?
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Je trouve ça personne.
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad. Yeah?
T'as perdu beaucoup de personnes à cause des maraudeurs?
Former people, yeah. Marauders been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards.
Puis des tombes?
Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna duck my pay.
I could really go for some salt tuna.
Ah ouais, d'accord. Elle fuse vite la saloperie. Go à Edgewater. On va aller à Edgewater. Qu'est-ce qui se passe à Edgewater? Une ville à moitié morte.
Another day at the cannery.
Don't go knocking your work. At least we've got work.
Bon, déjà, on va essayer de choper. Conserverie, là.
You're safer inside the walls.
Un truc intéressant. Skip, ça vaut quelque chose. Ah, génial. Voilà.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Je viens prélever la redevance.
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
Pour éviter de faire un raid. Et comment on te parle votre nom?
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
J'ai payé la redevance de la possession de votre voisin.
If you're not familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker. Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable. Not half as awful as the bill Eugene left us with. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism. When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ces lois? Mais c'est n'importe quoi. Genre le mec, il suicide, c'est un crime, toute la ville doit payer.
All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
Bon bah, je te laisse travailler, connasse. Il y a autre chose à piquer? Introduire dans les zones interdites le cross-serviceur rien, sans autant d'activité illégale m'a vu par cette vous souhaitez donner à cette activité, ça reste un service de personne. Blabli, 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 blabli. C'est bon. Moi je suis dans une poubelle, pourquoi il y a de l'argent dans une poubelle? C'est rien. Y'a rien en plus là. Ça sort du rêve. Bon, on va arrêter de piller comme ça tout. Bon, en fait, il y a des trucs qui traînent dans les poubelles. Oh, dernière idée. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Un distributeur. On peut vendre des trucs. Ça c'est mon argent et l'argent du machin il est où? Pièces d'armes, pièces d'armure, clé de contournement, sur un pirataire d'ordinateur, crochet magnétique. Ça sert à quoi? Le rebut. Oui, c'est que des trucs à vendre comme ça. Des munitions. Alors en termes d'armes, je vais revendre la pelle. Bloqueur de Toastboat. On va regarder celle-là. Armure, on est tout bon. En soins, qu'est-ce qu'on pourrait vendre? Il y a des trucs de tout dessus. Banane avec beaucoup. Un rayon de banane. Féculent, plus 200% de régénération. Spontanée de santé. Bon, et... santé de base. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a à acheter? On va check un petit peu vite fait les trucs. Hein. Des armes. Un bâton télescopique. Des munitions. De cellules utilisées pour alimenter les armes énergétiques. Maintenant, on va partir sur des trucs un petit peu mieux là. Armure lourde. Revêtement. Armée de série. Stock privé, ne peut pas rester sur stock privé. On va rester là-dessus, on va monter voir l'autre. C'est pas ce petit système de levier.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
Continuez, allez-y. Je vous écoute. Hein. Bon, faut que je vienne, c'est ça?
Since we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Oh, c'est un connard, lui.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I must say, wearing a marauder's outfit is in very poor taste. I do wish you'd show your uniform a little more respect. Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
On va sur le besoin d'attrait par la recherche un régulateur électrique.
The only regulator we've got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one.
Chez les
and
ennemis.
I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Laisse-moi deviner. Non, si je fais d'abord quelque chose pour vous.
My proposition benefits the both of us. Please, hear me out. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
Qu'est-ce que vous entendez par en grande partie désaffecté?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
Parler des maraudeurs, les maraudeurs ne sont pas des personnes.
The people living in the botanical labs. They're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Si vous voulez que je vous débarrasse des déserteurs, sachez que je fais payer par tête.
Good law, no, I don't want you killing anyone, least of all them. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go. and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
Ah, je te promets rien.
Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith, for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale? Because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented, and may prove useful to you.
Allez, viens avec moi, la petite.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Ok, ta gueule. Séminaire du nouveau responsable CN. Vous avez un nouveau compagnon. Les compagnons vous aident. Ok, d'accord.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk. We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Je suis sûr que tu fais partie d'eux, toi.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. Can we talk? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
Sans blague. C'est pas comme si Red avait une tête à être honnête.
Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
C'est normal que ces gens ont envie de partir.
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is. Gotcha. On my way.
Non, du coup. Dommage qu'il n'y ait pas les... sympa comme truc ça.
Hey, you hear about Wilson?
Heard Marauders got him.
Just between us, Wilson deserted. Lost his nerve. Ran off in the thick of night.
You kidding me? Damn. Always thought he was made of steel.
Ah bah oui, on les pense tous intègres.
Plague. Guess he didn't want to die in the sick house.
Plague? Ah, shit. I had some of his salt tuna.
You moron.
Maison à qui ici?
My dad's... It's an office. Just my office.
Ah, c'est chez toi.
Hey, that's... I mean, if you need it, okay. If you're hungry, I could open up a can of something. Yeah, huh?
Une conserve, Canas.
I don't like coming out here. People on the street stare. If you need to go, I'll wait outside.
Tu veux pas prendre une douche avec moi, t'es sûr?
Oh, you like flowers? I can't find many kinds around here.
On va dormir un petit coup. Bon, c'est bon, on a vidé chez toi. Oh, c'est quoi ici?
This is where the magic happens. Well, science. But it still happens here.
Démarrage d'introduction. Ça a l'air sympa comme tout ici. Bon, on se dépêche. Non, mais c'est chez elle ça. Ah oui, d'accord, c'est son atelier. Ah, ok, autant pour moi. Il y a plein d'autres maisons.
Sometimes I wonder what I'm doing.
Il y a une sortie par là.
If you're falling sick, I don't want you.
Et par là, il y a autre chose.
You think corporate's ever gonna visit?
I'm not holding out hope. I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
De la peau de vache ou il est cramé le truc? Wesh!
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
What? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked her to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you.
Quel dilemme.
Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
Que pensez-vous des compagnons de Daylight?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
Il dépend de la capacité de leur chef à subvenir à leurs besoins extérieurs.
Astute. But I am here, not in the deserter camp. So that's not a variable I can account for. Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume. One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
Je cherche un livre. Une commission généreuse. Dites-moi plus.
It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
Ah bah pour de l'argent toujours.
What? No, I don't want to burn it. I would never. I mean, I just want to... Look, I have a very simple goal here. I just want to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
J'ai l'impression que les autorités aiment apprendre votre intérêt pour ce texte. Bien là. Je peux en savoir un peu plus sur ce livre?
It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it.
Allez.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Oh, j'ai accepté une quête, j'ai eu un truc. Chic, là.
Hey there, Mary. Don't see you round here too often.
Oh, I just came to talk to the vicar is all. None of us are above confessionals.
What have you got to confess? You ain't thinking of just...
No. And
Alors, 10 points. Tout dans le dialogue. Accepté. Oui. Vous avez dévoré la capacité lorsque vous attaquez un. Des effets de la terreur. Faut aller où? Quête. On va déjà récupérer toute nos redevances, tranquillement.
Oh, I cut my own hair. But Conrad sells real good disinfectant.
Wesh!
Merciful law. Is that a marauder's outfit? I don't want you wandering into my shop wearing something you've lifted off a corpse. Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
Je peux vous montrer mes mains?
No, thank you. That's quite all right. I've seen enough body parts in my line of work. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
D'accord.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions. As broke as pie crust, friend. Bitless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
J'ai une notion bien vague de la prospérité. Je m'en fiche, faut que tu payes.
With what? My own blood? Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies. Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings. Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers! No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions. Much obliged.
Ah, putain, c'est déjà une bonne... Ouais, fermez la porte, s'il te plaît. Ni vu ni connu.
What can I do for you?
On peut utiliser ses dents comme caution. Vous avez étudié le domaine.
Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor? I am a Spacer's Choice certified surgeon, and if you must know, I can stitch a severed thumb with a 58% chance of avoiding gangrene.
Je suis au courant pour Chaine. Quoi ne peut utiliser ses dents comme caution pour votre redevance?
You know about Eugene? How?
C'est quoi le message? Ce ne sont pas tes affaires.
You probably heard it from one of our local gossip mongers. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave. That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's Choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious... Ugh, gross.
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb. Desperate measures. I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU. Eugene was not a suicide. He put a bullet in his brain, yes, but that's largely a technicality. I was the one who prepared Eugene's body for interment. I discovered symptoms of the plague on his corpse, and I discovered medicine in his pocket. Lots of medicine. Eugene overdosed on adrenatime, which is known to cause psychosis and paranoia as possible side effects. The paranoia drove him to take his own life. We can all thank our lucky stars that young Eugene was hopped up on medication and suffered its predictable side effect. I included it all in my official report. I'd like to think I saved Edgewater a great deal of money. We never could have paid the fines associated with a suicide.
A plus. Bon, bah ça c'est fait. Il nous reste encore 2 connards. Un par là.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier. Oh, sweet merciful law. A marauder's in my domicile.
Non, je vais pas le faire.
There a reason you're running around outfitted like one of those monsters? Did Mr. Thompson send you to put the fear in me? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy. You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state? You don't know that. I could have been saying anything. Maybe I said vague. You know how words sound a mite strange when you're sick. Wait, no. Oh, damn it. Okay, listen. Maybe I am feeling a little under the weather, but I swear I'm on the mend. Please, don't tell the constable. She'll toss me in the sick house. I would have confessed before the good vicar. Get some ablutions for my spirit. Just never found my courage is all. Hey, you're hale and healthy and possibly for hire, ain't ya? Do a good turn for an expiring old man?
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Couple hours out of your day and some light second story work, that's all. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me. You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it. Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows. Look, I got my gravesite fees right here. See? I'm good for my word. Get me that medicine, and I'll see to your payment. I know that, but I got nobody else to turn to. Reed would have wrote me up. Constable would have locked me up and wrote me up. Could have gone to see the good vicar, but I never did find my courage.
Oh, ta gueule. T'as rien chez toi ou quoi? Eita.
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy.
Feuille de recherche. Les avis de recherche.
Been eating nothing but salt tuna for a year.
Ah putain, de l'autre côté. Ça me saoule ça aussi. Un peu flou les décors.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your wrestling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff. I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling. I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies. That's right. That's what I've been saying.
C'est ça.
We gotta square our shoulders and stand ever
Il y a un bateau casque aussi.
Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about, firing at the birds, orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the Resistance. I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. So tuna cans, mostly, some Spacer's chaw, few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid.
Les vraies armées payent des primes d'engagement.
Enlistment fees. Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the Resistance a bad name. They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back. Mechanical's got a weak spot in their midsections. I think the technical term is, the blue glowy square thing.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Produits exotiques. Vendeur de Spacer Choice. Passion munitions. Ça fait un petit peu penser aux bornes de vente sur Borderland. Borderland arabe. Pistolet laser. Fusil d'assaut. Qu'est-ce qu'on peut mettre d'autre? Déjà on va vendre. Quelques trucs. On a dit la draino, on garde. Je suis pas très fan des boissons alcoolisées dans les jeux ou même en vrai. Attends, on peut mettre des modes maintenant sur les trucs. Un bricolage. Modifier. D'ailleurs, c'est ce que j'ai. C'est quoi ça? Ce serait pas sur l'autre conne que c'est ça? D'accord, on peut l'augmenter de niveau à chaque fois. En fait, le bricolage ça permet d'augmenter de niveau. Pour voyager rapide aussi. On va aller voir l'autre connard, le fossoyeur. Apparemment, il y a des maisons en construction, mais qui le sont depuis un moment. Et comment ça? La guerre est montée dessus. Peut-être à cause des maraudeurs.
Hey, Miss Parvati. Come for a visit?
Not today. Just helping this fella.
Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss. Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house. Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you? Yeah? What about him? Yeah. Funny thing, Eugene's body ain't where it's supposed to be. The night we was supposed to commend his body to the earth, I had his grave all dug up and ready, right? And so I thought, I'll just rest my eyes a bit. When I woke up, his body was gone. Spirited away. Vanished. The footprints nearby suggested that Eugene was stolen by marauders. Or he rose from the dead. Let me know if you find anything. You run into any trouble? Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to. And I'll buy you a drink sometime. Well, suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another.
J'ai obtenu cartouche Octo 300. Vous avez perdu redevance funéraire, redevance funéraire, redevance funéraire. Le style, mais qui a votre réputation, on n'est pas tiré à vue, patientez quelques jours. Ah. Oh, ça c'est l'autre. Réputation, voilà, d'accord. Favorite des colons. Cette faction étant différente à votre égard. D'accord, donc il y a pas. Ok. Ça fait un petit peu comme sur New Vegas avec les factions. Bon, et bah sur ce, on va s'arrêter là. Et on reprendra la prochaine fois. Bisous bisous. À la prochaine.